This will take you directly to the Pretty Girls on Work podcast. We're getting ready to start. What's up? How you doing? Miss Miles. Okay, that looks good. Thank you. Okay, so let me get my notes. We're getting ready. Get my notes. What's up? How you? Let me put it on mute. Okay, so get your pen and your paper out. This is the Pretty Girls Don't Work podcast. Let's get it going. Let me get my marker. Okay. How y'all doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are located. Today is your day. Everything always works out for you. I want you to say that today is my day. Everything always wants to work out for me. So again, welcome to the Pretty Girls on Work podcast, where we break barriers and empower entrepreneurs to transform their vision into a thriving legacy. I'm your host, Coach Ablaza, and I'm thrilled you're joining us live today. Today, we are live from the Bebop Center. The Bebop Center is the Black and Brown Opportunity for Profit Center here in San Bernardino, California, where we help Black and Brown women become entrepreneurs or thrive in their entrepreneurship. It is owned by Dr. Kim Carter Tillman, who has, through her own journey, seen what Black and Brown women need to become an entrepreneur or to scale, build, grow, and scale in their business. They have an academy here, and it's 3 levels: build, grow, and scale. So if you don't have a business, let her help you build. If you have a business, let her help you grow. And if you're already, at 5 figures, 6 figures in your business, but you want to go to a 7-figure or even a high 6-figure business, let her help you scale your business. Okay. And why is that important? That is important because you might be the first person in your family to build generational wealth. You don't have it. And if you don't have it, that means it has to come from you. So come to the Bebop Center, tap in with us. You see, I got my Bebop gear on, okay? I'm Bebop to the core, okay? But I had to shout her out because I really appreciate her. She is a great woman, a great leader, and she leads by example. This is her, I don't know how many businesses she has, but she don't play. She has several, okay? So I don't want to say this is her second one. This might be the 10th. But okay. So our motto here is, for Coach Ablaza, is elevate your vision, build your legacy, okay? And so this motto, that is from Pink Collar Brands. Pink Collar Brands is a branding agency where we help motivational speakers build their brands, okay? And so Pretty Girls Don't Work, okay? Emphasis on the don't work. We are a community of female entrepreneurs that we focus on motivational speaking. So if you're a speaker or you want to become a speaker, Pretty Girls Don't Work gets you to that level to where you're not working a regular job, you're working for yourself. You're getting generational health, wealth, and mindset. You're building the legacy, the life of your dreams, okay? So that's what we're talking about today. How to turn your raw passion into a powerful, cohesive brand that not only resonates with your audience, but also sets you up for lasting success. Okay, the key word on that is lasting. If you get success, y'all, it has to be lasting. Okay, that's what scaling is all about. Imagine this. You're a dynamic motivational speaker with transformative ideas, but your message is getting lost in the noise because your brand isn't quite there yet. Anybody got a brand that isn't quite there yet? Drop a 1 if you got a brand like that, okay? Many of us face this challenge, juggling inconsistent branding, scattered online presence, and the constant hustle to keep up with digital trends. Okay, that's where Pink Collar Brands comes in. All right. So hold on, y'all. 1 second. Second. Let me check my comments while I'm looking for this. Okay. Glad to watch. I love it. I love it. Thank you for being here today. One second. Okay, so let's talk about this. So as a motivational speaker, right? Let's talk. Okay. So first of all, you know this year is Strive in 25. So I gotta start off with Strive in 25. All right. What does that mean? That means that this year you're not gonna quit, you're not gonna give up. All right. So that's for all my speakers. Now, as a motivational speaker, what is the base that you need for your brand? Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get my notes. So you're a speaker, right? Now, the type of speakers that I work with, they have an emphasis on mindset. So motivational speakers, if you're going to motivate somebody, you have to know that motivation comes from within, right? So there actually is two types of motivation. One is intrinsic and one is extrinsic. Now, it's all good to motivate somebody, but if that doesn't give them that intrinsic motivation, then that means they're not going to do what you're telling them, right? You motivated them, they feel good, but that's not it. That is not all. So the type of speaker we work with are motivational speakers, emphasis on mindset, because you have to get them from the mind, right? So what do motivational speakers need? They need an authentic visuals. Let's just say visuals. Okay, you need an authentic visual identity. So you need a logo, a color palette, and typography or fonts that reflect strength, elegance, and approachability. The visual should speak to both professionalism and warmth. So let's talk about this, okay? So let's talk about your logo. What kind of logos can we have, okay? Your logo can be text-based or image-based, all right? Or image-based, okay. What does that mean, Coach? Break it down, all right. So I have a logo that says Coach Ablaza, all right? So say it goes like this, Coach Ablaza. Say I have a thin line under it in my logo. And I put, now mind you, I have two different titles. I have motivational speaker and creative brand director, which means I do branding because I have a branding agency as well, right? So I can do either, right? So let's say motivational speaker. Since that's what we're talking about right now, we'll just go with that. Motivational speaker, okay? Now I know it's a little hard to recognize this is a logo right now, but if you go on Canva and you say motivational speaker logo, you type it in, that's gonna come up, okay? And I'm thinking like, when I used to do these lives, I used to show my computer. So sometimes I think I'm going to do that. And I also think about doing StreamYard, so I don't have to use several devices, but that's not today. So image-based logo, if you're a motivational speaker, your logo can look like this as well. It can have a microphone, right? It can have a microphone, or it can have a microphone with a podium, right? And then say I put my name right here, Coach Ablaza, okay? So that is a image-based logo. So you need either or you can do both. If you do both, you'll have a main logo and a sub logo, which means sometimes I might need this one, sometimes I need this one, right? And that just depends on what you're putting it on or what you're using it for, okay? So like say you do some letterhead, you want it to be straight to the point, you might just do your text-based logo, okay? Now, when you get the image-based logo, simple. It doesn't need to be too much. A lot of us think that we have to do too much inside of our brand. We think that we have to overdo it on the colors and stuff, right? So let's talk about the colors. Let's talk about brand colors, okay? Okay, 1 second, let me get some water, y'all. Okay. Brand colors. When it comes to brand colors, what should you do? Okay, I highly suggest 2 colors, if not 1, but this is our maximum. It's 2 colors, okay? When you're talking about brand colors. Now, what should your colors be? Let me look it up really quick. Give me color. Okay, so I'm gonna look up the color meaning, so, which I already know them, but for the sake of time, I want to look them up, okay? So blue equals trust, okay? So I want you to think about a certain brand with me. It's Chase Bank. Their color is blue. Why is their color blue? Because you have to trust them with your money, and blue means trust, okay? Red equals energy, passion, okay? So red is also like the color of love, right? Passion, love. Green means growth, renewal. And blue, let's go back to blue. Blue also means calm, because like when you look at water and the ocean, it kind of calms you, right? Now, green is growth, renewal, right? When I think of green, I think of grass, I think of the mountains, the hills, okay? Yellow. Yellow is clarity and warmth. Okay, now, those are the main colors, okay? So from here, I'm not gonna write the rest, but now what I used to teach is when you create your brand, that either you create your color to match your brand and what you want for your audience, right? But what I also used to say was incorporate, oh, my knee, incorporate your why inside the color. Now, where I'm at today, I'm not saying that you cannot incorporate the why, okay? The why is, why are you doing this, right? So I used to say, like, if you used to watch the sunset with your grandma passed away, put that in canva.com/colors. Show y'all this website, canva.com/colors. Colors, okay. Now, I used to say, go on there, put that picture in there and pull the colors out. Now, I'm not saying you cannot do that anymore, right? For example, if you say your grandma passed away from, let's say diabetes, and your company is a company that wants to support people with diabetes, give them extra help and extra information about how to live with diabetes, how to, thrive and still have diabetes, right? So that would be a good instance where, okay, I can incorporate my grandmother because diabetes took my grandmother's life. Does that make sense? So that's okay to do. But when you start a business, your business has to match the color. So for me, my color has been pink this whole time because I'm working with female entrepreneurs. It attracts my target audience, right? I'm working with women. Women, pink is femininity. Okay, does that make sense? Drop some fire if that makes sense. Drop some comments. Y'all, I'm gonna come read them in a second if you're on Instagram and Facebook. We're also on YouTube on the Pretty Girls on Work podcast page. If you're on Instagram right now, you can comment the word YouTube and you can get on the YouTube live. Let's see if we have anybody on it. Usually when I'm on Coach Blaza, we have people on it. Okay, we have 2 watching now. So they must have got a notification that we were live. So we have some people watching. Welcome in, y'all. Drop a comment so I can see who's live, okay? Who's watching. All right. So I'm going to read the rest. Orange means enthusiasm, creativity, and friendliness. Purple means luxury, creativity, and sophistication, which purple also means royalty. So royalty, I feel like that's sophisticated, right? Pink is compassion, playfulness, and approachability. Also used for a feminine audience. Black is power, elegance, sophistication. White is simplicity, purity, and clarity. Gray is balance, neutrality, and professionalism. Brown is stability, reliability, and warmth, okay? So that's what all the colors mean. So why did you start your business and who do you serve? That's how you get your colors, okay? So let's erase this. So we talked about logo, we talked about colors. Next, we're gonna talk about your fonts, all right? Anybody that follows me, you cannot ever say you didn't learn branding, okay? Because that's all we've been talking about, okay? So let me get my notes. So we're gonna talk about fonts. We're gonna talk about fonts, okay? So let's talk about typography. I want you guys to know the verbiage for everything, typography, or your fonts, okay? So as a graphic designer 7 years ago, I didn't know any of this when I first started, okay? I didn't know what a brand color was. I didn't know what a brand kit was on Canva. I didn't know that my brand had to be consistent. So to be honest, what I would do was, hold on, make sure this live is good. Because I would not run out of time on here. Okay, we good on live. Let's make sure. Because sometimes it shuts off. To be honest, what I would do is I would see flyers and I would just copy them. And when you copy other people's flyers from their brand, your brand doesn't stay cohesive. So when you make a flyer, you want the same brand colors. You want the same feeling, the same vibe. You want the same fonts, your logo on it. It should reflect your brand. When you go look at Walmart's marketing, everything is cohesive, everything is the same. I don't even have to show you the logo for you to know, oh, that's Walmart. Oh, that's Walmart store. Oh, that's Target's advertisement. We can tell it's a vibe, it's a feeling. And for your customers to use their hands to buy from you, they have to get a feeling into their heart that goes through their hands to buy, okay? So your brand has to be cohesive, okay? So typography or fonts. So now I'm drawing this myself and I'm not Picasso, okay? So if you write this down, so let's say, so I write Coach Blaza like this. Okay, Coach Blaza. This is just a regular, let's say, sans serif font, okay? But when I do it like this, hold on. Y'all know I haven't written cursive in a while. You know, the new kids ain't even learning cursive, y'all. Now this is kind of ugly, but this is a cursive font. So now, mind you, I wouldn't do everything in cursive, but this is just for the example, right? So now I would have to ask you, which one of these fonts would represent a more elegant or more sophisticated logo or font or brand, right? Most people would say cursive that know what cursive is. They'll say, oh, that's more fancy, right? So when you have a brand, and let me show y'all some logos on this live so I can show y'all how this works. Fortune, I always go to Fortune 500 logos because we want the people that got the money as the example. Come on. Fortune 500. Look, I'm over here thinking, did they pay to get on the Fortune 5? Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm pulling the logos up. So here's the logos. Okay, so I want y'all to look at this. Here, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. You see the logos? Okay. So the font matches what they do. So not only does your brand color have to match what you do, your name has to match what you do. Your font has to match what you do. Okay, so actually turn to the side. Yes, that's perfect. So take a look at this. So when you look at the words, the feeling that they need to get should be in the logo. So if you look at Chevron, the word Chevron, it matches what it is, okay? And I don't know if there's a better way to explain this, but the font that you pick, so American Express, check this out, American Express right here. Their font is bold. It's not in cursive. It has to be bold because they deal with money, right? Now, let me see. I want to, there's no cursive ones because, well, these are logos. So, oh, sorry, y'all. But hopefully that helps. If you're not a branding specialist, it's not like you have to know this, but you do need to know because you have a brand, right? So just so you know, the font means something. Like even this one, Ford, right? It matches, like they're a car company. It matches the vibe. So okay, let's move on because I don't want to confuse you, but okay, so next, as a motivational speaker, you have to have a message, okay? You have to have a message. So what is your messaging, okay? And we talked about this a few minutes ago. So what is your messaging? Your messaging has to match your target audience. So let's actually talk about target audience. Target audience, okay? Target audience. When you go speak, you're going to speak to the same target audience, okay? So when you market yourself, if you want to work in the school districts, then that's how you're going to market yourself. But if you want to speak to people in corporate, then that's how you market yourself and you choose your target audience. Now, where a lot of us go wrong is we think that there's not enough people in that audience for us to speak to. And so we ask you what you speak about, and then you tell us that, oh, well, I have a lot of topics. Oh, well, I'll speak to anybody. Nobody wants nobody like that. You have to be a specialist in your field. I'm not bringing you to my school to speak to my kids about something, and you usually work with adults at corporate. Do you even know how to work with my kids? You know what I'm saying? You have to specialize, okay? So target audience, let's say, who is it? Let's say you work with kids, okay? So you can really niche down to like, oh, I only speak to high school students. So let's say you speak to kids 14 to 18. That is a very small window. A lot of people in business, they'll say, oh, my target audience is 25 to 45. That's 20 years. That's how many generations? So when you have such a vast audience, it's like, who are you talking to? You're not resonating with me. If I'm 25, I'm using different vernacular, different terms and words than a 45-year-old. There are two different places in their life. So when you pick a target audience, you really want to niche down into that audience, right? Okay. So you're speaking to kids 14 and 18. Now, we can take this another step. Are you talking to boys or girls? Who do you focus on? So I focus on women. So let's say we're talking about girls. Okay. Now, what do you speak to them about? Now, I told you guys, I'm working with speakers that speak on mindset. So that's what we're doing today. Mindset. Okay. Now, if this is tailored to women, let's see what we can get on the mindset part. I speak to girls 14 to 18 on mindset. Give me some topics. Okay, so we're gonna say, give me some topics. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show you how easy this is to niche down. First of all, I need a snack. Y'all know, can I keep it hot, honest, open, and transparent? I'm hungry. I had a protein shake, but it's not doing nothing today. Okay? Oh, I like this. So example topics in your messaging, if you're speaking to girls in high school, 14 to 18, mindset. Okay, building self-confidence. I'm gonna start with confidence because it's getting too long. Building confidence. Growth mindset. Overcoming social media pressure. Which is it's a real thing. I don't want my kids on social media because it's too much. Okay. Overcoming social media pressure. So let's go back over this. We're talking about messaging right now. When you have messaging, you have to have an audience. You can't just be talking to everybody. If you're talking to everybody, nobody's hearing you. So your target audience is girls in high school, 14 to 18, talking about mindset. Here's your messaging. Here's your topics. Okay? Now, if this is my audience, I'm not going to talk to men in corporate about banking. Does that make sense? You are the specialist on this topic. So building confidence, growth mindset, overcoming social media pressure, right? Does that make sense? Okay, so let me go to the next thing. So that's your messaging. Now, okay, let me erase that. Okay, so the next thing, I need to eat this salad. Oh, boy, hold on, let me read the comments. Let me read the comments. Oh, shoot, see, that's what I'm saying. The Facebook that messed up. Okay, no comments, but I know y'all there. Okay. What's up, Frankie? What's up, Frankie? Okay, professional, let's just say, come on, what is this? Hold on, wait. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about your website. So for your brand, website. Okay, your website. What does your website need to have on it? Your website needs to have your speaking engagement. Speaking, let's just put speaking videos. Well, I should have put gigs. Speaking gigs. So that they can see that you've spoken to somebody in the past. Testimonials. So let's say reviews. So I don't have to write that long word. Your website should have reviews. Okay. You can integrate your social media channels onto your website. So your website should have speaking gigs, reviews, and then about you, of course, so that they know who you are. Who you are, what you've been through. It can have videos of you like saying, you know, an introduction, right? Let's say videos, intro to the website, etc. So as a speaker, you want to have a website to represent who you are, okay? What you do, who you help, how you help them. So how we talked about the messaging a few minutes ago, the messaging should be on this website as well. So when you want to get hired to a high school to speak to young women, they know that that's what you're doing. That's what you've been doing. You have reviews on your website of the high school students. If you're able to do that, you have reviews of them saying, I love Coach Ablaza. She talked to us about the pressure of social media, not letting it affect us, staying our authentic selves, right? Okay. Now next, let's talk about marketing materials, okay? Marketing materials. I'm gonna just stand in front of it, y'all. Give me a second, just to get this in the middle. Marketing materials, okay? What marketing material do you need? Okay, you need business cards. Business cards. Okay. Flyers. One sheet, okay? A one sheet is a sheet that shows the people that you work with. It talks about who you are, what you do, who you help, how you help them, and where have you done this? What, do you have any awards? Do you have any certifications? Anything that can help us know your credibility, right? And also and also curriculum, right? Have a curriculum. So a curriculum could be slides, or it could be, what's a good word to do? Okay. So your curriculum can be slides. Did you know that you can have like a membership portal or a portal where they can log in and learn your curriculum? You can sell your curriculum to the school district. So say, for instance, the school is like, well, you know, we don't usually pay people to come speak. And so you're like, oh, no problem. Buy my curriculum. We'll make usernames for all the students. They can buy the curriculum, they can go to the program. You have an ebook, you have a physical book that you sell instead of getting paid, but you're selling something. We're not going nowhere for free. We need the leads, we need something, right? Okay. And then the last thing we're gonna talk about, as being a speaker is storytelling, okay? Storytelling is important. Now, how does storytelling work? We have two different types of storytelling. We have you as a story, and then we have OPS, other people's stories, okay? So I want to tell you, you're going to use yourself as a story when you need to use an example of what you've been through. So for me, technically, I was a teenage mom at 19. I turned 20, June, July, August, September. 4 months after I had my first kid, I turned 20. So I'm a teenage mom. So if I don't want people to become a teenage mom and I'm speaking at the high school, then I can use my story. But if I'm talking about the kids being bullied on social media, I have not been through that. I'm going to use other people's stories for that. Okay, so I'll use another kid's stories that's in high school, that's a woman, a girl, for that. I'll say, hey, this is what Sarah went through, but she got over it. She overcame. We worked with her on her mindset, and now she's good. She doesn't care about what other people think on social media, right? So when you storytell, either use your story or other people's stories, okay? Okay, okay. Hold on Instagram, I'll be right back. Ooh. Okay, Facebook over here, tripping. Tripping. All right. Okay. So, you know what? I didn't check the YouTube. Okay. Okay, you know what? Live chat. It doesn't show up right. Zoom. Okay, y'all. So we almost done. Let me get my notes. Okay, let me get my notes. Okay. All right, so this is what I'm gonna tell you guys. If you are a speaker or you're wanting to become a speaker, you are a woman, okay? And you're between the ages of 25 to 45, hit me up because Pretty Girls Don't Work, and we're gonna help you elevate as a motivational speaker, build your brand so that one day you have some residuals, you'll have some content, some curriculum that you can sell, and you will not be working hard for your whole life. Okay. For everyone listening, if you're ready to stop blending in and start building a legacy that's uniquely yours, Now is your time. When I say unique, I mean, look at your fingerprints. There's billions of people on this earth and nobody has your fingerprints because there's only one you. You're a one of one. You are a creation from God. God is a creator and he's put you on this earth to create. That's why you're depressed, you're anxious, you're broke. You're not living life. You're not loving life because God put you here to create. And as long as you're not doing that, that's how you're going to feel. I want you today to elevate your vision, build your legacy. Okay? That's all for today's episode of Pretty Girls on Work. Until next time, keep dreaming big, stay inspired, and remember, elevate your vision and build your legacy today. And as I always tell you, your compass, your mindset is the compass for your life. Where it points, your actions follow. What actions do you have? What are you doing with your life? Okay. If you're on YouTube, like, share, comment, subscribe.